Alright, hello everyone, this is Winston. Today is Monday, June 15, 2026, and the market up bigly today. And why is that? Because over the weekend, US and Iran officially, not just a promise, but officially signed an MOU. Peace deal. It's not an official peace deal, it's a milestone to the peace deal. So things look really good. Oil now can go down 5% today. At one point it dropped to 6%. And we now can see the 7 handle 79.86. The commercial, which is the the refineries, oil transportation, basically the whole oil production guy block in profit at this point in time, and they have more data than us, right? And they choose to sell the oil, so maybe it's a signal that oil need to go down. Yeah, and especially it's especially true because all the speculator, big speculator and small speculator, they all positioning to long oil. Now they may say the MOU is fake, and US just try to say fake, and also thing. Your only job, if you trade the market, is trade the market. It's price. Price is what we pay. And if everyone has the same ideas as you, which is long oil, maybe at least to stay on the sideline, you know. And with oil drop bigly, we have stock up a lot. Now do you see that when oil up, stock still up, and then when oil go down, stock up a lot. So that's what that mean. It means stock doesn't really care about bad news, but it's really joyful when there's good news about the war, because it's a bull market, and 75% of the time the market is in bull market, and you want to be long the market. You only short when it's a bear market. All right. And with that, Nasdaq today up 3%. That's a lot for Nasdaq. S&P of 1.72%. Russell up. Russell kind of weak today, up only 75% basis point. But it's make all-time high. It's the first index. It's the first broad index make all-time high. Yes, on Friday, and now is another all-time high, and right now about to back another all-time high tomorrow section, like this is the overnight section. So things look really good for stock, and until that change, you don't want to front run it, especially with stock. Because like I said, stock have lots of passive fund, has a lot of retirement fund, pension. They all long the stock. So every month, every 2 weeks, every week, you have a tons of money, and not just from the US, from all around the world. They pour their money into the US stock market. So you do not want to short the stock market without any without any very strong evidence that is topping or at least in the correction. And what is this? This is SpaceX. What is going on? I don't know. So SpaceX have a little bit of dropping, and I bet a lot of people hate Elon. A lot of people hate SpaceX because the PE is very expensive. I think it's around 100, very expensive. So it means the company need 100 years to justify the price. So dropping, a lot of people shorting, a lot of people it's not a believer of Elon, and now it's up 20%. Ooh. And you know what? Let me try to pull you the overnight data. So look, this is overnight data, and you see it's a little small. You see it went up to 230, which is around 30%, 40% overnight tonight. But now it dropped to 211, which is around 10%. And why you ask why it's up such a crazy amount? Here's the thing: it's around $2 trillion company, but there's only 4% of the share is on stay afloat on the market. And with 4% IPO, only 30% of that 4% is is belong to retail. And we have oversubscribing the IPO. It's around 4x oversubscribed. So we have a lot of capital want to chase the stock. And because nobody's selling, the stock is dripping, But here's my caution: you do not want to chasing. You do not want to FOMO because you see now today is up 20%. Overnight is up 10 to 40%, which is now it's a little bit not good to touch that stock. And if it can up 20%, it means it can drop 20%, 30%, 40% a day. Are you ready to tolerate that kind of drop? If you do, then yes, you can, but just be careful. All right, it's not my style of trading to chase the hottest stock in the stock market, so I will let it run, let it do its thing, but just be careful. The same thing with short. You do not want to short this stock. You do not want to long this kind of stock. If you like my style of trading, which is like long-term building wealth, yeah, just skip this. All right, well, now we have gold and silver up a lot. Today gold up 2.66, silver up 3.25, but to be honest, they still very weak. Yeah, but the weakest of them all is Bitcoin, up only 0.87 percent, and right now it's still hovering at the low. You know, it's good that it's have a bouncing, but it's still in a very downtrend, and you want to long the stock when it's in the bull market, and you want to short an asset if it's in bear market. And if you follow Winston, you must know the positioning of Bitcoin is horrible, because now everyone participate on this bounce. They're loving the deep, so they bought it. I just don't see it up a lot, like making all-time high, which already a lot of people participate in it. You know, just like stock, nobody expecting this kind of upside, and when it dropping last 2 weeks, everyone tell you it's a crash. Now the market is done. That's the very ideal situation to participate in the long, because nobody believe in the upside, and only seem like only you buying the stock. That's perfect. Not in Bitcoin though. And now here's our latest position. I really love it. This is wheat future. The position is very very favor our position with crowded short. And why crowded short? Because we correlate with oil. So you see the upside is when oil. You see the upside when oil is moving up. It's moving up with oil. And right here it says crowded long. Yeah. So now it's dropping. And right here we have it's crowded short. And today you see oil drop of 5 to 6%. This also dropped 2%, but it's go up. It's go back up, which is a very famous news failure. So that's why I bought it. And the downside for us is like 2%, but the upside is 70%. So about 8 to 1 risk to reward. So of course I take it. Alright guys, that's it today. I hope you like it. I hope you appreciate the positioning just like Winston does, because it's so amazing. It basically can predict the future. It's not always true, so we have to have stop loss to mitigate the risk. But when it's play out, it's play out big. You know. All right, I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.